Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is a bit of a different video for me today actually, because I don't really do like sitting down videos. I usually do vlogs where I'm like out and about, here, there and everywhere, all very rushed and whatever. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different because one, it's just fun to mix it up a bit, but two, I was like, oh, I need longer to talk about this. The other day, I sat down and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to look at my vision board again. Now, my vision board isn't really a normal vision board. I feel like vision boards you're meant to put up on the wall and you look at it every day and then it reminds you of your direction and the things that you want to achieve. But mine is in like this folder. I think just because I just didn't want to put it on my wall, and I did it across a few different pages. As I was looking, I was like, oh my gosh, I've done that. And I've done that. And I was really, really happy. So it just reminded me, wow, the power of a vision board, you know, just like writing things down, getting it into your mind. So basically what I did with my vision board is, because I did it in this folder, I split it into like different areas of my life because I kind of find it difficult to put everything in one place. So I did family and home, that you can see here. I don't know if you can see that. I would like a dog, but in the future. I've written family pet, and that is because I think I want to get a dog when my youngest child is like 10 or 11, so they're able to walk the dog, because I think it's a really good like family thing, like kids learning responsibility, taking care of another creature. So anyway, that is one thing that I want. And like healthy marriage, I want our home to be a generous home, a home that is open to everyone. I put this lovely big house there. And then I've done like friendships, of how I want to, I've put like some of my best friends all here. I want to just be a person who nurtures my friendships, who gives time to my friends, who makes time for my friends, because life just gets in the way and we don't always give time to the things that actually matter to us. So I like doing a vision board because it reminds you like what actually matters to you at your core. What is it that you're going to reflect back on your life on and be like, that was a good life that I lived. And then you put it on the vision board as like, okay, let me just be intentional about these things. And then I actually wrote, I've changed my mind on this one though, which is what I find annoying about vision boards, because if you change your mind, it's like already on there. But I wanted to go back to the one hotel in LA for my 30th birthday, which is coming up this year. But I've changed my mind. I don't think I want to do that anymore because I've already been, and maybe it's like better to do something new and something different, a whole new experience. So yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but I do want to do something fun. Now it gets to the bit that I've actually done. It's actually like one thing, but I got really excited. And obviously I'm not Hailey Bieber, but okay, I'm covering up this bit because this is one thing that I've like, it's a future business idea that I've not started yet and I don't want to give it away. So I put here that I want to have an office like this, and this is literally what my office looks like, and I did this before ever even building the office. That I did this years ago, and I said that I wanted to be able to walk to work. And when I created this, I was actually working in an office that took an hour and 45 minutes each way for my commute, and it was so long. And so I just knew, I was like, if I'm gonna live a happy work life, it needs to be local. And so I wrote that I wanted to walk to work, and now I literally go out of the back door, I walk down the garden to the office, and I'm there and I'm at work. And I just feel like when I looked at this, I was like, wow, I did it. Like, we did it. So good. And then I wrote about getting paid for my work that I do with Girl Got Faith, because for, well, 5 years, did it voluntarily, and that was brilliant, but it's not sustainable long term, and you want to see it grow, and you want to be able to do new things, and you want to build the team, and you want to give more capacity and more time to it. It was on my vision board to get paid for my work with Girl Got Faith, which I now do 2 days a week, and it's brilliant. I did like a little one for Girl Got Faith as well. A few of the things we've even done. So like doing an event, I wrote a festival here, but we've done an annual event and we hope to do another one. We've got a YouTube series that I put here, and like genuinely I did this years ago. And we've done YouTube series now, and then creating spaces. I said I wanted to provide, you don't even know if you can see that, providing jobs and opportunities for women and girls to grow in their gifts. And I just feel like creating a team where people are valued for the work that they do, but then also you care about their futures as well, and you know that they're not necessarily going to be with your company forever or your organization forever, but you want to like draw out the best from them, and you want to help them, and you want to push them towards being the best that they can be, so that they can move on to do bigger things and things of their own, or whatever it is that they want to do. So that is my vision board. Oh, and also I wasn't actually going to show you this, but I just flicked to it and I was like, why not? I also have some affirmations at the back, which are biblical affirmations. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a Christian. So there are a few affirmations that I have that I like to just read from time to time that just remind me of who I am and what I believe, and just how I want to live my life. They're kind of like Bible verses that have been rewritten into like sentences that are more like affirmation-y rather than Bible versey. But so the Bible verse link is, so it's John 14:27, but this isn't a direct quote, it's like the affirmation version. Peace is not found in the world but in Jesus. Because of Jesus, peace dwells within me and nothing can take it away. I love reading that one first thing in the morning, because I don't have to be overwhelmed by the world or the day or the stresses of situations that might arise throughout my week, but actually I can just remember and remind myself, peace dwells within me, peace dwells within me. I should not be expecting it from the world. We can't expect that the world is going to give us everything that we need. It's not going to bring us peace, not going to bring us joy. That comes from within, and actually if it's something that is within you, then nothing can take it away. So I really like that affirmation for that reason. So yeah, they're my affirmations. I've got a few others on there as well, but this really will feel like a preach if I go through all of them. But I can put them in the description box maybe. So the other thing that I wanted to do, because I realised I hadn't looked at my vision board in so long, and I was thinking I'm about to be 30 in July. It's exciting. But a lot of people, so my husband did this when he was turning 30. He made a 30 before 30 list. Now, I don't really believe in doing that. I don't know. I feel like I think we put too much pressure on achieving things by certain ages, and then like cutting ourselves off from things if we're over a certain age. So it's like, oh, I'm too old for TikTok, even though I've probably said that. Or like when the expectation that when you're in your 40s, you should be really settled in your career, you should know exactly what you're doing, you should be really sure of yourself, and your life should be set, basically. But I don't think that that's necessarily what needs to happen. I was even reading the other day, I don't know if any of you follow the numbers game on Instagram, but it shows like different successful people and how they made their successes and their business decisions. I found it really interesting. But they did one on Jerry Lorenzo, and I love his brand, Fear of God and Essentials. Oh my gosh, I'm actually wearing the Essentials tracksuit bottoms. Wow, what a stan. That's so posh. But I read about it, and in my head, Jerry Lorenzo's really young, and he's been doing this for years, and like he started it really young. But actually, he didn't start Fear of God until he was 36. And that's not old at all, but I'm like 7 years away from 36. But in my head, I sometimes feel like there's a pressure to be like, you must have done all your good ideas and decide what you're gonna do, build your career from now. But there's so much time. That is just an encouragement. But basically, that's the reason why I haven't done a 30 before 30 list. But I did remember that ages ago, I started writing a bucket list. And I haven't looked at it in so long, but I thought, oh, I could actually look at it again with you guys and just see what's on my bucket list. I think I just had it in my notes. Oh, it's in my Evernote. See if I've done any of it. Okay, no, I haven't. Okay, so this is my bucket list. I could just insert a picture of it. So one is see Ariana Grande in concert. I actually still really want to keep that on my bucket list. The other is do paddleboarding. I really want to do it, and it's so easy to go and do. Like they have one it'll be freezing. But they do have one in like the lake in a park not that far from here. So I definitely need to do that this year. So go paddleboarding. Get a giant check. I don't know why this is on my bucket list, but ever since I saw what happens in Vegas, I just think the concept of getting a giant check is really fun. And I just want it to happen at least one time in my life, to just hold one of those big checks and someone take your picture. Even if the check is like £10, I just think, isn't that fun? Like, I don't know, hopefully it's for something more meaningful, or maybe we got like a big grant for Girl Got Faith, or a charity that I set up in the future, who knows, but I really want a giant check. I want to go proper horse riding on the beach. Don't know if that's a good sentence. So I have always done, well, I always used to do horse riding when I was younger. Absolutely love it. And the only time I've ever actually ridden a horse-like animal on the beach is the donkeys at Broadstairs when I was little. But I just would absolutely love it. And I don't know, again, why I've never done it. So definitely want to do that. This is a weird one. I want to pay for a holiday for me and Isaac. It's not weird, but I really want to be someone that is able to like bless people in my life. And I feel like Isaac works really, really hard, and so do I. And we do our holidays often just from our like joint account, so getting really into like details of budgeting and everything right now. But I just feel like one day I would really love, I did actually take him away for his birthday once, but it was like a couple of days to France. So it wasn't like, I want to do like a proper holiday where I'm like, hey, get your passport, we're going to the Caribbean. Like, I want to be able to do that. So yeah, I just feel like it's a good thing to have as a dream. Maybe it'll happen when I'm like 60, or maybe it'll happen next year, who knows, could come into some money. I want to get a Cartier love ring, and this is something I'm actually saving for right now. And Isaac was like, oh, maybe that could be what he gets me for my 30th birthday. But I really don't want anyone else to buy it for me, because I don't often reward myself for the hard work that I do. And I feel like the reward is in life in general, like having the kind of life that you want to have and being able to do the things that you want to do. But I just really wanted to get something that symbolizes to myself that when you work hard, you can get a reward. So I felt like a Cartier love ring is a really nice gesture to myself. I want it for my thumb. And when I look at it, it can be like, yeah, like work hard and remember something good will come of this. And it's all worth it in the end. And also I feel like it's a really nice thing to be able to hand down to your child in the future if you wanted to. So that's that. And then finally, up my prices for something. This is so random. I think I'm always, it's imposter syndrome, isn't it? It's feeling like you can't, it's feeling like you're already getting away with as much as you possibly can, that it would be, you'd be taking the mick if you tried to put your prices up. So where I work freelance, my price, I've got a day rate, but I've not raised it. I've not been in it for that long, to be honest. And I don't know at what point I would have written this. I don't know what I was doing at the time that I would have had prices for anything. Anyway, but I think it's more, it's not so much about the money, it's about the confidence and being sure enough of myself and confident enough in my abilities that I am willing to say, hey, actually, for me to do this piece of work, or for me to leave my house and come to this thing, or do whatever, this is how much it's going to cost, and not be afraid to be like, do you know what, the experience that I've got now, the expertise that I've gained through work and knowledge that I've got is actually worth more now than what it used to be. It's kind of like a signifying moment for myself to be like, hey, like you need to back yourself a bit. So that's on my bucket list. I don't know what kinds of things people have on their bucket list. If any of you have got anything interesting on your bucket list, please do comment below, because I'm very intrigued to see what people have got on there. But this is my bucket list, and I do think I should add some things to it. I don't know what to add. I'm quite content with this one at the moment. One thing I actually really want to do, I'm going to add it to there now, is I want to stand under a waterfall. And I've never done that. Isaac went to Wales not that long ago. I'm talking about Isaac a lot in this video, but he went to Wales not that long ago to film something, and there was like this big lake thing, and you get to go and stand under this gigantic waterfall. I'm going to sound really silly because that's probably a very popular site in Wales. I think there's a lot of, and this whole list I feel like is a lot of things that aren't really that significant to many people, or maybe they're just really easy things to do. But then it's because they're so easy, it's like, well, why haven't I done it? And I feel like it has to go on the bucket list for it to actually be done. And it's just very fun. So that is the end of the video. I have showed you my vision board, I've gone through my bucket list, and hopefully you feel like you know me a little bit better. This wasn't really meant to be a get to know me video, but I feel like now you know the direction that my life is moving in, and we can go paddleboarding together in the future maybe. That would be fun. Oh my gosh, this could be like the bucket list channel, and I could just go through and do all the things that are on my bucket list. Anyway, maybe that is to come, we'll see. You've just seen the birthing of a new idea. But yes, I will hopefully see you very soon. I'm going to film a vlog next week, so I will be back next Sunday morning. And yeah, let me know in the comments if there's anything interesting on your vision board or your bucket list. Maybe like, has anyone else got get a giant check on your bucket list? Because I do think that is a really fun one. Anyways, I will see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe.